What's going on, folks? All right, guys, this is the new DeWalt 20 volt atomic compact series brushless 4.5-inch circular saw. All right, item number DCS571B. All right, it's a bare tool, and if you buy it right now, you get a free 2 amp-hour battery. So you don't get the charger, but again, at least you get a 2 amp-hour battery right now. I don't know if they're going to offer it in a kit at some point with the charger and battery, but right now it's an exclusive at Home Depot, this atomic series. All right, you know, we looked at it pretty quickly right in Home Depot the other day. If you watched the live video, a real cool design to it. You know, I'm glad, because you know the other atomic tools in this, you know, platform, I believe there's 5 or 6 tools. You know, impact, hammer drill, drill driver, you know, the oscillating tool, but this is the one that really stands out, and I think they did it's a really cool design. You don't see too many like this, and you know, I give DeWalt again a lot of props for the innovation with this little saw. You know, you guys, you gotta, you know, DeWalt's usually first with a lot of these tools, guys. I know Milwaukee's very popular, and you know, Makita, but you think about it, the first lithium ion table saw, DeWalt. First lithium ion cutoff saw, DeWalt. First lithium ion miter saw, DeWalt. All right, obviously they have that power station that still everyone wants one from other companies, and they've had it out for 3 years. So a lot of good innovation at DeWalt, and sometimes we kind of maybe forget that. But anyway, DeWalt is claiming that you can cut a 2x4 at 90 degrees with this 4.5-inch circular saw. All right, cuts up to 369 linear feet of 3/4-inch OSB. Excuse me. Got that 90-day warranty, so you know, test it out. If you don't like it, you bring it back, no questions asked. I believe Ryobi's doing that too now. We kind of talked about that. But anyway, a pretty good warranty. Let's take her out of the box here. All right, so again, you saw me kind of talk about this at Home Depot, where it was out of the box and on display. All right, couple cool things, guys. The nozzle, right? You know, you just saw me how to talk about the Makita. I don't know when this video is going to post over the Makita video, but you know, these are starting to become really common on these circular saws, and I'm glad that they included this, because some saws you have to buy them, but they included it with this saw, which is great. You also got a belt hook. If you saw the saw the video of me at Home Depot. Again, here's your owner's manual. No big deal there. All right, so that's pretty much it in the box. And you got this little tool there. We can kind of chuck this. The weight of this, guys, I talked about it at Home Depot. Unfortunately, they have a sticker on this. 5.5 pounds. All right, guys, so a very light you know, saw. All right, and that's with the battery. I would say that's probably bare tool. I don't know, 5.5. Yeah, maybe it's bare tool. But you got 4,500 max RPM. Depth of cut at 90 degrees is 1.5 inches. You heard me talk about that in the Home Depot video also. And the depth of cut at 45 degrees is 1 inch. All right, the arbor size is 3/8. Again, 4,500 RPM. So this thing can cook. All right, now you guys know about my little Makita saw that I absolutely love. Now the problem with that is this the Gen 1 model. Okay, and actually, let me grab that, only because it's kind of similar. It's pretty much the closest thing to it. All right, guys, sorry about that. Here is my Makita. All right, now they have a new model, right? This is the Gen 1, right, with the torpedo batteries. The problem with this saw, guys, is it's a circular saw, okay? So having a 1.3 amp hour battery as your biggest battery, and it's a 12 volt. You know, you make 2 cuts going through half-inch plywood. The battery's just about shot. All right, now obviously there's a new Gen 2 version. It's obviously not white, it's blue, and with that you have up to a 4 amp hour battery. Now I actually have a 2 amp hour battery. It's not made by Makita, it's made by some other company. I got it on Amazon, I think, for like $17. That's a 2 amp hour battery. Believe it or not, that helped a lot, but still you're very limited with this saw. And again, it's probably like one of the closest things to it. Now obviously this is 12 volt, this is 20 volt, this is brushed, this is brushless, but I did kind of, and this has a 3 3/8 cut, if you can kind of see it on the blade there. All right, so this is, much bigger right here. They can see it. Again, you got a 4.5. Now there must be a blade in here, I would hope. Yes. All right, so here's your blade. All right, so you got a 4.5 inch blade, 24 tooth. All right, so that's pretty good with a 4.5 inch blade. I think my Porter cable came with it's a 6.5 inch circular saw, and it came with an 18 tooth blade. All right, so here's your blade. Okay, here's your Allen wrench, right, to put your blade on. It sits right in here. I pulled it out, but I shouldn't have. All right, so it sits over here. You got that cool belt hook, and this is really something that you can kind of hang. Obviously it's probably more of a rafter hook. All right, you can just hang it up. You have a nail, you're working on a job site, you just stick a nail in the wall, a couple nails or a screw, and you can kind of hang it on there. But you can definitely hang it. I mean, it's only 5.5 pounds, and I'll tell you, it doesn't really seem that heavy, guys. That we will weigh it just to make sure, because I don't know if they include that with the battery or not, but it's very well balanced. It definitely does not feel like it's 5.5 pounds, but that's all right, so you got your dust nozzle here, but going over the saw again, you got that belt hook, you got your safety, variable speed trigger here. Here's your shoe, probably loosens just like every other one. Usually have to loosen something in the back here. Yeah. All right, so totally adjustable. All right, and you can make those different angle cuts. Okay, so 45 degree, 90 degree, real nice, guys, and pretty easy to kind of set your depth. Okay, so your max, like I said, was 1.5. All right, you want to go to 1/2. Obviously you want to go to 1. You kind of just get that set, and then you lock this in. Okay, so now you're at 1, and obviously you're ready to go. Okay, but yeah, pretty simple, guys. You lock that in, then you got this right here, same thing. You got your measurements: 45 degree, 30 degree, 15 degree. So if you want to go do that 45 degree cut, that locks it in there. All right, so, and right here your blade, 45 degree, I believe you can go up to 1 inch, like I said, and at 90 degree, okay, you can go to that 1.5. All right, let's get the blade on. and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I was gonna do the blade off camera, but I know a lot of you guys ask about how to put a blade on. I just did a video on the Porter cable a couple days ago, but might make it a little longer, the video, but people might want to see this. Alright, so probably the best thing to do is get this out of the way. So you're gonna want to, this might make it a little bit easier. That would make it a little bit harder. Yeah, that might make it a little bit easier. Now we'll lock this in. Alright. Alright, so we got a little bit more space here. Alright, obviously get your Allen wrench. You're going to loosen this up. You're going to want to hit that lock button, which is right here. Okay? This is my first time obviously working with this saw, so alright, so it says it on here, tighten this way. So obviously to loosen you're going to go the other way, right? So snaps in. I got it stopped there. Yep, right there we go. Alright, once you kind of loosen it, you can kind of do it with your fingers there. Alright, got your screw. Don't lose that, of course. Take this off. Alright. Now you want to put your blade on. And sometimes there's instructions on which way to put it. This side up, this side down. This is a general purpose, like I said. This max RPM on this blade is 5,000. So this can do 4,500 RPM. This blade can handle 5,000. Alright. I can kind of let go of that button now. Alright, so you got just the shoe, just, you know, set it, a lot of oil. That's good, that's a good sign. Alright, so it's lubricated. So what you see me do there is they had there's no blade on this. A lot of times the blade's already attached. Well, I don't want to say a lot of times, but sometimes. So they already had the bottom screw, the arbor already on there. So now we can do it. All right. So make sure when you take off that top piece, when you take the screw out, you separate them. One goes on the bottom and one goes on the top. All right, and obviously you see it say tighten there. You're just going to tighten that up. Hand tight. Okay. Then you can let go. Now you got to get your Allen wrench again and hit that button. All right, so hit the button. And now you're going to tighten. And obviously it's telling you to go this way. Just follow the arrow. Very simple on this saw, guys. All right, so that's really it. Now if you want to put your lock your shoe back into place there. Okay, and that's it, guys. You're ready. You got your little Allen wrench. Put that back. All right, you're good to go. I'll show you real quick. Actually, we'll use this. Now, obviously, you're not going to want to put this battery on this tool, but because it'll just make it. The battery almost weighs as much as the tool, but even with this battery, the 12 amp hour battery, it's, you know, it's very light. But you guys. All right, let me take it out because I do want to show you everything. Again, it says max cut 1.5. Now that we got the blade on, All right, right at that 1.5. Okay, so we'll see. I'm pretty surprised. Oh, also right here's your, it has a great little, here's the spot for your dust nozzle. And remember guys, what's awesome about this, because it's a DeWalt, right? You heard me talking about it with the, right here, with the Flex Volt dust extractor. Now guys, obviously, well, you might not notice because I get a lot of questions on this. A lot of people think that this is a vacuum, and they think that this hooks up to your Tough system. This hooks up to your T-Stack. All right, it's not Tough system. Your T-Stack and probably your Craftsman Veristack will also will connect to this. But this isn't really a vacuum. Now, can you use it as a vacuum? Absolutely. But I saw a couple of videos people using it as a vacuum. Now, this is a dust extractor. Its main use is really for concrete, right? Your SDS, you know, the concrete dust, the OSHA, where, you know, all these new OSHA, you know, you got to have all these new compliant OSHA stuff that's going on at the job sites now. So really made for your angle grinders, your SDS, you know, concrete dust. But you heard me say what's good about it is that it's DeWalt, right? So this is your hose that you get. I'm gonna have a totally separate video on this, but you heard me say, since it's DeWalt, you got that easy interlocking system. So this is compatible with any DeWalt dust nozzle, you know, on your SDSs. Now this one might be a little bit different than the ones that are on the SDS and the angle grinder, but it should be fully capable of working. So it's kind of hard for this to stand up here, but all right, so here is your unlock button and here's your lock. All right, so it's real simple. You just twist it over, that'll lock it. All right, so you want to unlock it, you want to get it on there. All right, so it fits on there perfect. Now you want to lock it, and that's all it is, guys. Now this, if you're working indoors, obviously being outdoors not that big of a deal. Maybe we'll do a cut with this and you know, you guys can see. But if you have the Flex Volt vac, you know, the dust extractor, I keep calling it a vac myself, but the dust extractor, this Atomic 4.5-inch circular saw is fully compatible with their Flex Volt dust extraction system. All right, so let's get to cutting, guys. All right, guys, I almost forgot. Another, again, you get the dust nozzle and you also get a kerf indicator. All right, again, you don't see this with a lot of saws here. So cool little feature. Sticker right in there. And you got all the measurements on here. Okay. Again, great that they offer this with the saw. You know, for $149, guys, you know, it's a pretty good deal. Now, obviously, like I said, you get a free 2-amp-hour battery right now. And again, I don't, you know, someone already commented that you can return the battery. All right, so maybe you can get this for $100. Again, I have no idea. A couple people commented on that. But again, and if you're not going to use it with a vacuum or an extractor, dust extractor or anything, you want to take this off, or you're going to have it blown back in your face. Or if you're going to use it, make sure you point it not directly at you. But all right, so let's get the cutting. We'll get a battery and we'll see what she can do. All right, guys, so we got a 2x4 here. We're going to have it at the 90 degree, and we're going to see if she can cut this 2x4. All right, no problem, guys. So this makes this a very versatile tool, guys. And again, you got that nice, you know, you'll see me use this handle more when I'm doing plywood, but you know, to do 2x4s and like 1x6s and stuff. I mean, all right, really cuts it, you know. And again, that's something that my Makita can't do. All right, let's try a different piece of wood. All right, guys, this is a 1/2 inch piece of plywood. All right, now I can kind of use the handle here. Be doing a quick cut here. Wow, that was really easy, guys. I mean, that cut it like it was nothing. And again, I didn't even use the handle because this kind of started to move a little bit. Again, you don't want to be cutting wood like this, guys, but you know, this is what I got quick. But I mean, watch this, guys. I'll be one hand. And pretty straight cuts too. I mean, I'll do one more. Problem is this is moving, so I kind of got to hold it here. But I mean, really, really nice, guys. All right, guys. So like I said, man, I'm really impressed with this saw. I knew I was gonna like it from the get-go. That's why I saw it yesterday, and I had to get it. You know, one thing real quick, guys. Again, this is a deck board. If you've been kind of following me a little bit, you know I'm kind of making a shed. So this is my my outer siding. I'm using deck boards just for cost. So this could be maybe a little bit bigger than 1 inch. All right, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to do that 1 inch. You're going to be able to do that 1 inch at that 45 degree level there. So you know, the fact that you can cut 2x4s with, you know, a 4.5 inch blade, you know, I honestly was a little doubtful, but you know. And guys, you know, there are these smaller saws out there. I don't want to say that this is kind of like, you know, the first one of its kind, but it's the first, you know, kind of 20-volt circular saw from, you know, the major, you know, Big 5 or Big 6 that has this design. And again, just being able to use it with one hand is, you know, again, you know, you're not going to, obviously sometimes you're going to make cuts like I made, right? You're not going to have, you know, the perfect, you know, situation. So obviously I just had a bucket here and I was cutting, you know, plywood. I'm just holding it down to the 2x4 with one hand and cutting it with the other. But if you have them, you know, clamped down and stuff like that, it'll be much, much easier. Not that it's hard in any way, but, you know, I haven't, you know, the fact that you have this handle here, I actually made a cut after the video, and I mean, guys, I like it. I think it's got plenty of power. Again, you got 4,500 RPM. I think it's a great little tool, and I think it's out of the Atomic series. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably the only tool that I would, you know, me personally, that I would probably buy. All right, but again, if you know, you like, and I'm not saying anything bad about the drill driver or the hammer drill or the impact or the oscillating tool. It's just that everybody has them already, right? Everybody has their favorite impact. This is, you know, kind of one of a kind right now. So whatever, guys, great little saw. Any comments or questions, let me know. Catch you on the next one.